Next up, we are talking Manchester United. Over £200 million spent on a new front three, but it appears to be crisis time already for Ruben Amorim. More next.
That kind of performance, I was really disappointed with everything. Sometimes I hate my players, sometimes I love my players, sometimes I want to defend my players, sometimes I want to quit, sometimes I want to be here for 20 years. You have a lot of experienced people talking about the way I should perform with the media, to be more constant, to be more calm. I'm not going to be like that. I need to live this day by day. I'm understanding that. And I'm going to be like that all the time. So, prepare you.
Tumultuous start to the season for Manchester United. 1 point from their opening 2 Premier League games, followed by that humiliating exit in the Carabao Cup at the hands of Grimsby Town. Carve, Manchester United have spent £200 million this summer. Brand new front three, Cunha, Mbeumo, Šeško. And yet, we're talking about a club in crisis. How is this happening?
Because it's Manchester United. Everything that happens at Manchester United is box office, it's back page news. I think in the old days on Fleet Street, sports editors used to say you can never go wrong by filling your pages full of stories about Manchester United. Basically what's happened is they got knocked out of the Carabao Cup in a game they drew and then they lost on penalties. The goalkeeper made some more mistakes. They played pretty well against Arsenal. I think it's not a crisis at any other club, but it's a crisis because it's Manchester United. Everything that happens at United is either a triumph or a crisis. It's always back page news. And I think Ruben Amorim, he's a very emotional person. He's a very honest person, but maybe he's underestimated how much everything he says and does is under the microscope and is going to get scrutinised and talked about, not just by us, but also on social media. But that's what happens when you're the manager of Manchester United.
Yeah, and a number of players are under the microscope as well, particularly ones that have been linked with a move away from Old Trafford before Monday's deadline. Here's what Ruben Amorim had to say about Kobbie Mainoo today.
I want Kobbie to stay. He needs to fight for his place, and we need Kobbie. So that is not going to change. The rest, I don't know how he's going to finish. I understand that the players that are not playing in this moment are disappointed, but everyone has the same, will have the same opportunity to play. You have to fight during the week.
So Ruben Amorim says Kobbie Mainoo has to fight for his place. He said that he wants to go on loan for the rest of this season to get more game time, Sky. Manchester United say, no, we don't want to do that. We're not going to countenance a loan move at all. If you were in the shoes of Mainoo's representatives, what kind of advice would you be giving him? And is the advice he's been given to make it clear he wants to go on loan the best advice?
Look, the first thing a good representative says to young players is you have to win your battles. If you don't try and win your battles, you're going to go somewhere else, and then if it doesn't work out for you, then you're going to be in the same scenario. I don't know what's going on at Manchester United. What's bloody going on? You know? I mean, why are these young players wanting to leave one of the biggest clubs in the world? For me, there's no excuse. They're one of the biggest clubs in the world. They've got unbelievable funding, incredible infrastructure. Other clubs shouldn't be competing at a higher level than them. And young players shouldn't want to leave a club like Man United. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but for one thing, I think that good young players should have Man United at the top of their list. And just an example of a young player saying, I want to leave, is not good PR. It's not a good image. You know, in my view, Man United should be trying to come to some kind of arrangement with Kobbie Mainoo for him to stay and be part of the team. because young players leaving all the time is just not a good look.
James, Sky says young players should not be in a position where they want to leave Manchester United, but Kobbie Mainoo is not the only one, is he?
No, Alejandro Garnacho looks like he's going to go as well, but Rasmus Højlund, and I think Manchester United fans have a huge amount of sympathy for Rasmus Højlund because at the start of pre-season he looked really good, but things changed very quickly as soon as Benjamin Sesko became a United player. It looks like he's going to travel to Naples in the next 24 to 48 hours. That's what Naples hope anyway. We're just waiting for the final bits to be agreed when it comes to personal terms. His representatives are in Naples right now, and there's growing confidence that a full agreement can be reached. There's an agreement in principle that Rasmus Højlund will join Napoli on loan with an obligation to buy at the end of the season, and that obligation to buy in total, this will cost around £40 million, which is what Manchester United were looking for, and that obligation is dependent on Napoli qualifying for the Champions League. And bearing in mind they won Serie A last season, it seems likely that this is going to be a permanent exit for Rasmus Højlund. And the